Pakistan cricket at its best. 1 minute down, next minute up.
Thanks very much, everybody, for joining me once again. Atiq here, bringing you another exclusive interview for PakPassion. Great to be joined by one of our regular guests, regular contributors on PakPassion. Very well known for his forthright views. Former Pakistan wicket-keeper, ECB Level 4 coach, worked for the ECB, Lancashire, PCB, Lahore Qalandars, and other boards, etc. At the moment, he's working for Germany as the head coach. Glad to be joined once again by Atiq-uz-Zaman. Atiq bhai, hope you're well.
Assalamu alaikum, I'm well. आप बताएं कैसे हैं?
All good, thanks, Atiq bhai. Atiq bhai, musical chairs with the captaincy in Pakistan. Every few months, it seems like there has to be a change. Latest one is Shaheen Afridi appointed as the ODI captain, replacing Mohammad Rizwan.
क्या कह सकते हैं? I think अब है ना उन लोगों को इंचार्ज देना चाहिए पीसीबी का जिनकी अपनी बड़ी फैमिली हो, अपनी औलादें हो, you know, so they know you can't just change your kids if they're not good enough. You train them and you take them into that level. I think we are struggling to do in that. I think we're struggling to understand what we're trying to do. You are perfectly right. We are playing musical chairs. He didn't do well. Okay, let's change him. Coach didn't do well. Take him out. But some specific people are still there who's making those decisions. Basically, the problem is those people, not the players, not the coaching staff, not other people who actually working hard behind the scene. The people who are responsible, they are big authorities who actually cannot back their own decision up because they're making blunders, they're making wrong decisions. And after a week time or 2 week time or month time, they change the decision. They do a different one. So I can request with the chairman, I think he's a wise enough person. He's accountable for the safety of our country. And he's involved heavily in the government. So he knows what's right and what's wrong. So he needs to little bit be aware of people who giving them wrong advices, the people who giving them advices to keep some specific people next to it so he can make decision on behalf of those people. Those people are the problems in Pakistan cricket. So need to get rid of them. You know, you can change the captain, you can make a captain to anybody, you can make the coach to anybody. If there is no culture, there is no accountability, and there is no consistency in any organization, not just cricket, you don't expect performances from there. And this is what's happening. This is what I've seen in Lahore Qalandar when I was there. Every match is a different team. Every game has got a different opening combination. Every day we've got an opening different bowling combination. Somebody bowling in middle over, somebody bowling in power play. Nobody knows what they're doing. So this is what's happening in Pakistan cricket, and it become a joke.
I guess you're referring to Aqib Javed, who was the head coach at Lahore Qalandars when he worked there, and he's also director of cricket at the moment for PCB.
Yeah, I am. And I don't need to be afraid of saying those things because I'm saying the right thing. And I've said it in 2018. I've said it plenty of time from 2018 till now. I've even said it that Pakistan cricket will get ruined. And this is what's happening. I don't have personal grudges with any person. What I see and what I experience, I try to be truthful. I try to bring the right information in front of the people because here, due to social media, we've got gangs going on, we've got campaign going on, trying to defend one party and trying to destroy another party. There are a lot of wrong informations are going in social media at the minute. People who actually worked around that environment or in that environment, they know better. So I've seen it from my eyes and I realized I was on the wrong place. I realized, the team's not going to go forward. My confidence is going to go down. My coaching level going to go onto the low as much as possible. So I left because I cannot compromise those things. I can never say yes to the wrong stuff. I will always debate. If something wrong, I will say it. I will share my opinion, and this is what I want to do. And I was telling the truth before, and I was telling the truth now. I'm telling the truth now as well. So it's such a shame. It's frustrating seeing Pakistan cricket getting destroyed whether it's men's, women's, or under 19, or it's happening with both ways.
I think, mate, let's focus on Mohammad Rizwan for the time being. Look, he was one of the kings of Pakistan cricket not so long ago, playing in the T20 side, captain in the ODI side, test regular. Now his value is almost next to nothing. I know he's playing currently in the series against South Africa. But look, he's lost the ODI captaincy. He's no longer in the T20I side. Just what's going on there behind the scenes?
Nobody's surprised, to be honest. What happened with Sarfaraz Ahmed? This is what happened with Sarfaraz. This is what happened previously with other captains. People who were doing good for Pakistan, they've been kicked out. They've been kicked out in the wrong way. If Rizwan wasn't a good captain, how many captains went there in South Africa, won the series in ODI? How many captains went in Australia, won the series in ODI? Just name those captains. And on what ground Shaheen Afridi become ODI captain and Rizwan is being removed? On what ground? I don't understand that. Has Shaheen been doing ODI captaincy somewhere in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa or any departmental or anything? What's his record? Yeah, he's been a good leader for Lahore Qalandar. It's franchise cricket completely different. International cricket is completely different. Is Shaheen Afridi able to play 5 ODIs in a row? Will he be able to play that? That's a question mark. People who are making those decisions, they don't deserve to be there. And they need to understand the ground reality, that what they're trying to do, to try to create grouping in the team. You make in one captain, and then you try to build the relationship with the player, then you kick him out, and then become another captain. So the other captain who was out, for example, Rizwan, what would we feel? How would he settle in the team under Shaheen Afridi? Psychologically, it's very difficult. It's very easy to say, very easy to analyze, and very easy, to give our opinion. But the reality is, there's going to be again the grouping in the team, and people will be on Rizwan's side, will not support Shaheen Afridi. What ground, what justification they're going to give to the media or public or in the team why we remove Rizwan? It's such a shame. We ruined 2 world-class players in shape of Babar, Azam, and now we ruin Rizwan in the same way. And then we're going to lose out with those fantastic players, which can be used properly in the different format of cricket. If you want to change a captain, there should be some reasonable reason for that. If there is no reason, if you're just changing it for the sake of it, or there is a Sifarish came from the top, I don't know, but it's not good for Pakistan cricket.
I think, mate, you've coached and played all around the world. You've played in domestic cricket for many, many years. So, you've seen that dressing room environment from all angles. We keep changing the captains. How does that affect the players? I know on the face of it, they will show, okay, yeah, I'm supporting the new captain and this and that. But within that dressing room environment, it must have an impact.
We are not educated enough to deal with those things. We have been educated completely different way. If your way or it's no way. Most of the people in national side, whether it's a Pakistan women's team or men's team, they play for themselves because there is no support. There is no support system where a person or a player will feel comfortable and play for the country. When I was there, we created a mantra called Country, Team, and Me in National High Performance Center. But in Pakistan, it's the other way around most of the time because players don't have that courage to play for the country because they know that they're not going to be there. You're not going to identify or recognize somebody's sacrifice for the team in the shape of their runs, or somebody needs that many runs. You try to score that runs. It was unrealistic, but you done for the team and you got out. People's not going to see those kind of things. They're not going to recognize those things. So people said, okay, team is losing anyway, so I might get 30 not out there. I will, as long as I keep my average 30 not out, I'll be fine for the next game. This kind of the mentality is developed since I was there in Pakistan team, and I'm talking about 2 decades now, more than 2 decades, and it's still the same thing going on. And obviously, it's very hard for the player who's been removed from the captaincy without any justification. He's going to be in the same changing room under some other captain who's already been removed previously after a couple of months' time. So it's like a dancing chair, musical chair. When whoever gets a chance, just grab the chair up and go in there. Shaheen Afridi made a mistake last time and he accepted the captaincy over Babar Azam. Then there is a difference that started between them because Babar Azam was told that time you're going to be a captain, and then it's been removed. And Shaheen Afridi met the chairman behind his back and took it. And he was in Babar's gang, you know. So the problem started from that time. And then Shaheen Afridi was given a captaincy and he's been removed. He's been removed unfairly because he's not been given chances to prove himself a good captain. And then he's been removed. Then again, the people sitting there, they're creating a problem. They're not managing things properly. It's their fault. I won't be surprised that there will be groups in the team. I can see there's a groups in the team. I can see the players in the team are not good enough to play Pakistan cricket. They're there because some of the players not there because they're unlikable in the eyes of some other selectors or the director. You know, Naseem Shah, where is he? He was one of the class bowler, class talent of Pakistan. Where is he? He's gone. Nobody's talking about them because they create that kind of, the force in the social media and all that. People think Naseem is injured. Naseem is not good enough for the team. Why is not good enough for the team? He was one of the class bowler with the new ball, especially this test match. If Naseem Shah kind of bowler there who skid the ball on that pitch, it would have been really difficult for South Africa. But unfortunately, this is happening. You know, I feel sad seeing Babar Azam not scoring runs, and this is down to the failure of our system and failure of our communication of whether it's us as an influencer or media talker or people from media or people in his same teams not supported him. So now we're talking about Babar Azam, and then Babar Azam can't even cross 17 or 18 runs with his bat because he's under so much pressure, and then he doesn't know how to score 50 because he has not scored 50 for ages.
And I think, by speaking of musical chairs, looks like the music has started for Salman Agha as well. I think he needs to grab that captaincy chair quick, doesn't he? Because rumours are that he's going to be replaced. People like Shadab Khan has been mentioned as a possible new T20I captain for Pakistan.
Yeah, it's for everybody. Whoever does not come with the process, I've got a problem with that, to be honest. Salman Agha is a very good friend of mine, but how many captaincy he's done in anywhere in the domestic cricket? He's not done it. But I personally think he's not done a bad job in T20 for Pakistan, except his own performances in T20, which is very hard for a player like him because he is kind of player who think about the team rather than him first. He's the captain. When Babar was the captain, Babar did not sacrifice his number opening spot because he knew that if he goes number 3 and number 4, he wouldn't be able to perform the way he was performing as an opener. So Agha Salman is batting middle order there, and it was very hard for somebody to go and perform in every game in middle order because T20 cricket, when you go in middle order, you've got game to win. You have to accelerate. You have to get a proper strike rate to catch up those net run rate. So Agha was doing his job, trying to score runs, but he couldn't. I think as a selfish captain, he could have come number 3 and started scoring runs, give himself more balls to play, and then everybody would have been happy. But he didn't do that. I think most of the time his captaincy was good. Some of the decision he made it wrongly, and I can understand that because there are a lot of influence of the coaches from outside, and I don't like these kind of thing when coaches from the outside giving you and trying to give you so much instructions and you want to do something else and the coach telling you to do something else and the players in the ground, senior players telling you to do something else, and then you get distracted. And obviously, we live in that world. If you make a decision and if it goes in your way, oh yeah, you made a good decision. And if it doesn't go your way, you made a bad decision. Like Haris Rauf. I thought that time Haris Rauf deserved the over because India was going to kick off. And a spinner, they could have go for 3 sixes in that over as well. If Sam Ayub would have bowled, he could have go for 3 sixes. But Agha, I think, done a good job with trusting Haris Rauf because it's not his fault if Haris Rauf did not pitch the ball on the spot he should be pitching. It wasn't a fault of the decision of Agha. It was a fault of Haris Rauf's skills because he could not control his length ball. He would have bowled Yorkers. 3 Yorkers, he would have got away with it, but he did not do it. And then he got hit, and all the blame come on Agha. He made the wrong decision. How do you not know that decision is being made? Because the instructions came from outside. So there are so many things going on. So I don't blame Agha for that. I think he's a decent captain. I think he kept the team together really, really well. His communication skills good. When he talks in media, he talks sense. And I thought he was decent captain in T20 cricket. But you move Rizwan, I understand in one shape, then Rizwan has got a communication issue when you're talking to the media and then you're talking all the other stuff. He does not justify his message, or he does not, articulate his mentality, what he's going to do, and he's stuck between English and Urdu, and miscommunicated himself. So a part of that, I think he was a decent leader. And I like the keeper on the white ball, who's the captain, because the decisions on the critical moment you can see very quickly. You can adjust the field really, really better. And I did not think Rizwan did anything wrong to be removed. I think it's unfair, and I hope it does not affect his cricket in future. I think he's still got a lot of years in him. He's a good, fantastic cricketer, good keeper and batsman. We need to respect those players, and if you want to remove them, make sure you communicate them properly, and you keep them under confidence when you're doing these kind of things.
But finally, the ongoing Pakistan-South Africa Test series. Look, it's a results business. We know that. You've got to make use of home advantage. Fine. But, people are wondering whether we're actually damaging our future generation of pace bowlers by playing a 38, 39, 32-year-old spinners. Look, I know they're spinning wickets, but, what are the upcoming fast bowlers going to think when they see pitches like that at home?
The problem, that this is what I said previously. I said, if you do something, if you have got some sort of philosophy, this is what you're going to do. Test cricket is not the cricket where you develop players. International cricket is not a development phase. It's a performance phase. Everybody's under pressure. Captain under pressure, player under pressure, coach under pressure. They want to win the game. In order to win the game, no matter what I've got no issue with that. If they make spin track and they don't develop the fast bowler in domestic cricket. Okay, you're not going to play home series all the time. Develop the fast bowlers in Pakistan domestic cricket. Make sure we're not making all the spin tracks in domestic cricket. Yeah, some of the spin tracks is okay. If one team plays 7-8 match, if they play 2 on the spin tracks, 4 or 5 on the fast seaming track, that's fine. Players can still get developed in domestic level. But when Pakistan goes South Africa and Australia, you will have those players. Those players will have a chance. Yeah. When we go Australia, South Africa, and New Zealand, when we have fast bowling pitches, what does fast bowler do over there? They don't win us games. So at least the spinner's winning us a game here. So we want to use it's our home soil. If they want to make a spin track, yeah, that's fine. Make a spin track. And I beg Sajid, what's his name, the left-arm spin bowler, Asif decision now. If you're allowing him to play domestic cricket and we keep on performing in domestic cricket, it deserves the chance. And but you have to be consistent. A couple of years ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago, you stopped 35-year-old play domestic cricket. I remember Sohaib Maksud wasn't allowed to play domestic cricket because he comes in that under age criteria. I thought that was really, really wrong. How can you stop somebody who's got a love of the game, played for Pakistan and wants to play domestic cricket, and that's the only cricket he can play, and you put the barrier on it? That was wrong. And but I'm agreed. I'm absolutely 100% behind the decision of Pakistan cricket team to make a spin track and dominate it. That's how England dominate. In England, they make seaming pitches. They know that Asian players will struggle on that, and they are used to play on that condition. So I think it's a test cricket. It's a challenging cricket. I think Pindi pitch is quite decent. It's not just a bowling pitch. There is something with the fast bowler in that pitch. And if you play properly, like South Africa showing how to bat on that pitch, and you can score runs as well, and it's a spin friendly also. I think it's a good pitch. And Lahore pitch was a little bit difficult and a little bit hard for the batsman, but Test cricket is all about this. You have to go through the challenges sessions, and you have to deal with it, and that's how you become a Test player, because you've got more abilities than any other players. So deal with it. I'm happy that Pakistan made those pitches, and yeah, we can develop players in the domestic level, not international level.
Thank you very much for your time. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to hear your views, and we look forward to catching up with you soon again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.